Ever sat down to work only to end up lost in videos, social media, or daydreams? You tell yourself just 5 more minutes and suddenly 3 hours are gone. Here's the truth: procrastination isn't laziness. It's your brain dodging discomfort, thinking it's helping you, but once you understand why this happens, you can break the cycle for good. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take back control of your time. So if you've ever struggled with putting things off, stick around. This might just change your life. Let's break this down. Why do we procrastinate? It's not about willpower. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you just need to try harder. No, it's about how your brain is wired. And unless you understand what's happening up here, you'll keep falling into the same cycle. So why do we keep putting things off? There are 5 key reasons, and once you recognize them, you can start taking back control. The instant gratification trap. Let's start with the biggest one: instant gratification. Your brain that loves quick rewards, it's wired to chase them. Think about it. You sit down to work, you tell yourself, okay, time to focus, then ding, a notification pops up. Someone liked your post. What do? You check it just for a second. Maybe you reply, maybe you scroll a little, and before you know it, 20 minutes have vanished. Why does this happen? It's simple: dopamine. Every time you check your phone, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It's like a little reward for doing nothing, and it feels good immediately. But here's the problem: harder, long-term tasks like studying, working, or exercising don't give you that same instant high. They take effort, they take time, and because the reward isn't immediate, your brain naturally chooses the easier, more instantly satisfying option instead. It's not your fault, it's just how the brain works, but the good news is you can outsmart it. Fear of failure and perfectionism. Have you ever avoided starting something because you were afraid it wouldn't be perfect? Maybe it's an essay, a project, a creative idea you've been thinking about for weeks, but every time you sit down to start, you hesitate. You tell yourself, what if it's not good enough? What if I mess up? What if people judge me? And so instead of taking that first step, you do nothing. You scroll. You find something else to focus on. You tell yourself you'll start later, but later keeps getting pushed back. This is one of the biggest reasons people procrastinate: perfectionism. And here's the thing: perfectionism isn't really about high standards. It's about fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear that whatever you create won't live up to your own expectations. This fear convinces you that it's safer not to start at all, because if you don't start, you can't fail. But here's the irony: doing something imperfectly is always better than doing nothing at all, because progress, no matter how small, is what actually leads to improvement. Nobody writes a perfect first draft. Nobody creates a masterpiece on their first try. Success isn't about getting it right the first time, it's about having the courage to begin. So the next time you feel that fear creeping in, remind yourself, done is better than perfect. You don't wake up one day, magically feel like it, and then start working. You know this feeling, right? You tell yourself, I'll start when I feel motivated, but an hour passes, then another, and somehow you still haven't started. Here's the truth: motivation works in reverse. You don't feel motivated first and then take action, but you take action first and then motivation follows. This applies to everything: studying, working out, building a business, learning a new skill. If you're waiting until you feel ready, that's a trap, because the truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready. The key is to take action first, even if it's small, even if it's messy, because once you start, momentum kicks in. And when momentum kicks in, motivation follows. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, even if it's just one small step. Ever look at your to-do list and feel completely paralyzed? You tell yourself, I need to start, but instead, you just sit there staring at the list, feeling stuck. When a task feels too big, your brain sees it as stressful and avoids it. This isn't laziness, it's a psychological response. It's called task paralysis, when your brain thinks something is too massive, too complicated, or too exhausting. It chooses the easiest option, which is doing nothing. But here's the thing, you don't have to finish the entire task. You just have to start small. The trick is to break it down. Instead of write a report, just start with one sentence. Instead of clean the house, just wash one dish. Instead of study for the exam, just read one page. And something amazing happens when you do this. Small steps lead to momentum, and momentum leads to action. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, don't focus on the whole task. Focus on the first step, because once you start, everything gets easier. 5. Low energy and decision fatigue. Here's something most people don't realize. Procrastination isn't just mental, it's physical too. If you're exhausted, dehydrated, or haven't moved all day, your brain isn't just being lazy, but it's struggling to function. This is why, even when you want to focus, even when you know what you should be doing, you just can't seem to start. But why does this happen? It's called decision fatigue. The more choices you make throughout the day, the more mentally drained you become. And when your brain is drained, it defaults to the easiest, least energy consuming option. But here's the thing, you can outsmart this. Sleep, hydration, movement. These aren't just health tips. They are secret weapons against procrastination. When you take care of your body, your brain works better, your focus improves, your motivation increases, and suddenly getting things done feels easier. So now that you know why you procrastinate, let's fix it. How to stop procrastinating, actionable steps. All right, now that we know why we procrastinate, it's time to fix it. Here are 6 powerful strategies that you can start using today. Yes, right now, to beat procrastination and finally get things done. 1. The 5-second rule. The moment you hesitate, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. This is called the 5-second rule, created by Mel Robbins, and it works because it interrupts your brain's autopilot mode. When you count down, you override hesitation and give your brain a push to act before excuses take over. Think about it. How many times have you said, I'll start in 5 minutes, and then an hour passes? The longer you wait, the harder it gets. So don't wait, just count down and go. Try it next time you catch yourself hesitating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. The 2-minute rule. This rule, made popular by David Allen, is a game changer because it stops small tasks from piling up into big, overwhelming problems. Think about it. How many times have you ignored a simple task, like replying to a text, throwing away trash, or putting away your shoes, only to find yourself buried in clutter or overdue tasks later? But when you knock out these tiny tasks immediately, something amazing happens. You eliminate mental clutter, you feel lighter, and most importantly, you build momentum, because productivity isn't about big leaps, it's about small wins stacking up over time. So next time you think, I'll do it later, stop. Ask yourself, Will this take less than 2 minutes? If the answer is yes, do it now, because small actions lead to big results. Three, the Pomodoro technique. Your brain is not designed for endless focus. That's why the Pomodoro technique works so well. It's simple. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. But why does this work? Because short bursts of focused work stop your brain from burning out and actually make you more productive. Think of it like a sprinter versus a marathon runner. When you work in short sprints instead of long, exhausting sessions, you get more done with less mental fatigue. And here's the best part. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. This technique has helped millions of people beat procrastination and stay focused, including students, writers, and even CEOs. So next time you feel overwhelmed, set a timer, focus for 25 minutes, take a break, repeat. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Habit stacking. Have you ever tried to start a new habit, but after a few days you completely forget about it? It's not because you lack motivation, it's because new habits on their own are easy to forget. But what if there was a way to make new habits stick effortlessly? That's where habit stacking comes in. It's simple. Pair a new habit with an existing one. Write a to-do list after brushing your teeth. Do 10 squats after making coffee. Read 1 page after getting into bed. Why does this work? Because your brain already knows what to expect from existing habits. When you attach a new habit to something you already do, it becomes automatic. Think about it. You never forget to brush your teeth, right? So if you pair your to-do list with it, bam, instant productivity. The best part, it works for anything. So instead of forcing yourself to remember new habits, stack them onto things you already do. Small actions done consistently lead to big results. Try it today. Pick one small habit and stack it onto something you already do. 5. The reward system. Let's be real. Getting started on a task can feel painful, but what if I told you your brain loves rewards and you can use that to your advantage? It's simple. Finish a task, reward yourself. This works because your brain starts associating work with pleasure instead of pain. Here's how to do it. Set a goal, complete it, then give yourself something small to enjoy. When you finish 1 Pomodoro, grab a coffee. When you complete an assignment, watch an episode of your favorite show. When you end that email, take a 5-minute walk. This creates a dopamine loop. Your brain gets used to the idea that work equals reward, so you start looking forward to getting things done. But here's the trick. You need to be intentional about your rewards. The reward should match the effort. Small task, small reward. Big task, bigger reward. For example, finishing a short task is worth a 5-minute break. If you completed a project, treat yourself to your favorite meal. You hit a big milestone, take a full day off to recharge. The key, train your brain to crave the reward after the work instead of the other way around. So next time you're struggling to start, give your brain a reason to be excited, work hard, reward yourself, and watch your motivation grow. 6. Move your body. Here's something most people don't think about when they're procrastinating. Sometimes the best way to beat procrastination is to stop working for a moment. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But moving your body can be a game changer when it comes to focus and productivity. Even something as simple as a 5-minute walk or a quick stretch can reset your focus and boost your energy. Why? Because your brain is like a muscle. It gets fatigued the longer it's engaged. And if you keep pushing, your focus shuts down. Here's where movement comes in. When you walk, stretch, or do a few jumping jacks, your circulation improves, your body gets re-energized, and your brain gets a burst of oxygen. It doesn't have to be anything intense. Just 5 minutes of moving your body can make all the difference. Imagine this. You're deep into a task, but you hit a mental block. Instead of forcing it, get up, move around, and give your brain a quick reset. This simple act of moving can actually retrain your brain to focus better. And more importantly, it can make tasks feel less overwhelming. It's like hitting the refresh button without the burnout. And it doesn't have to be a walk. Stretching, dancing, or even a few deep breathing exercises can be just as effective. Your body is your greatest ally when it comes to productivity, so don't let it sit still for too long. Remember, even the smallest movement can give you the mental clarity you need to break through that procrastination. And most importantly, it's a simple, easy to implement way to reset your focus. So next time you're stuck or feeling drained, get up, move your body, and watch how quickly your focus returns. So, which of these strategies will you try first? Comment below and commit to taking action today. Until next time, brainy people, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring content.